Hey guys, Kelly here. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome back if you've been here before. So one of my topics of discussion is dealing with my body, dealing with lupus. So if you're new to me, that is what I share sometimes in a playlist called Leaving Lupus. I talk about the effects that this thing has had on my life, and maybe it's having similar on yours or loved ones. So today I'm going to talk about, like I've been doing the the different phases of grief, if you will. I don't know that I've ever done the bargaining part, and I'm just now really getting into the acceptance part, going into year number 4 of my disease. And I don't know if I'm doing a real good job of accepting, because I don't like it and I don't want it, but there's nothing I can do about it. But I will tell you about depression. And for me, I personally loved my life. Like a lot of people are complaining about the work they do. They got wayward children. They got spouses that don't know how to act and all of this stuff. I didn't have that. My children had just, I got the last one out of the house. I was in real estate for almost 20 years, and at that point I was actually working for a builder in a new community, in a new city. I was in a beautiful high-rise apartment where stuff wasn't gonna get broke, and it was actually gonna be clean for a change because my kids were gone, and I had all of these plans. I was fashion blogging, sharing shoes and purses. Like, I loved my life. And then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose and all kinds of nonsense started happening in my body, and I didn't know what was going on. Now, because of that, like, I've always been a solutions-based type person. If something brought me down, I'd allow myself 3 days of a pity party, and I'd be like, all right, let's solve it. So in my mind, and maybe, this is just warped thinking, I don't know, I always feel that outside of the weather, most of what we complain about, we have control over. So I was like, all right, this brought you down for 3 days. That's enough. Moving forward, moving on. Well, when you get a chronic illness, 3 days, pity party, solutions, that's all real cute, but it ain't real, it's not feasible, it's not viable, and it don't make good sense. So here is what happened for me. First of all, I had never experienced anxiety. Like, let me tell you what, people who suffer from anxiety, which I now fall into that category, bruh, I got mad respect for the fact that you could even work through that nonsense, because an anxiety attack is a trip. So let me tell you guys how I got my very first anxiety attack. So I had just, as I mentioned earlier, moved to a new city, moved to a new job. So I had no friends yet, had no family there, and then I got sick. And when lupus came on, it was very aggressive for me. So I couldn't walk and talk at the same time. If I got up and just went to the bathroom, it would take so much out of me that I would literally need to sleep for 4 days. And that is not an exaggeration. The fatigue on this thing is next level. So after being in my apartment literally for months, I had a thought, and the thought was, if I were to pass away, the only way anyone would know would be from the stink. And guys, at that very moment, it felt like somebody had taken a boot to my chest, kicked me, and all the air just went out of me, and the pain that came with that, the freaking out, it was immediately, as soon as the thought was done, bam, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I had to relax and tell myself, you're alive, it's okay. I had to talk myself down to get myself back right. And since that time, that was before I got my diagnosis, since that time, anxiety has been a constant companion. Even if I try to be rational during the day, sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night in the middle of a full-blown anxiety attack. So anxiety is real. But then for me, the other part that really kind of took a hold, and I didn't realize it at first, was the depression. And lupus has, for me at least, taken everything. I hate to say it that way, it might sound melodramatic to some, but it literally has taken everything from me that I loved outside of friends and family. And I say that, I done dropped some friends and some family too, so I can't even say hasn't taken that from me either. I can tell you that, one, if you actually wanted to hear my natural speaking voice, you would have to go way back on YouTube, because there are videos here before I got sick, to hear what I actually sounded like, because lupus stole my voice. So guess what? I actually go back occasionally just to listen to those videos so I can hear my natural speaking voice. Lupus stole my hair, lupus stole my job, lupus stole my health, lupus stole my money, like lupus stole everything. And then when I would find things that I would enjoy to replace the things that I'd lost, lupus would find a way to attack that too. So depression is very real. And so I am constantly reinventing myself, if you will. I'm constantly amending my life around limitations. For example, these videos are actually one of those compromises, if you will. I live abroad, I live in Merida, Mexico, and I do some videos where I talk about my life abroad, and those get me found. And I really wanted to share more of the things that are here in Mexico. Well, some days I can't breathe, some days I can't walk, some days I can barely sit up. And what I was finding was I was spending more time home than I was out and about, because to go out and about was exhausting. So I said, you know, I'm really sick and tired of talking about lupus. I'll share a video where I mentioned that when I first started doing this series. But it is what it is, and this is where I spend the bulk of my time, unfortunately, battling my body. So I hope this one didn't bring you all down, since I am talking about depression. I guess it could be bringing people down, but know that no matter what, if you're still here, there's hope. There's a purpose. And I know sometimes you get tired of people saying that it's a reason for everything. I don't know what the hell the reason is for lupus, but I guess it's a reason for everything, and I will accept that. So if you have not subscribed, please do. And I will post, like I said, the card for the video that I mentioned where I talked about the lupus, you know, why I got started sharing these videos. And if you see links in the description, if you decide you're going to click on those, FTC says I have to let you all know this, that I will earn some income from that, but you will not pay more for it than what you would if you went direct to the site. So if you click on that, I do appreciate you for supporting my channel. I'll see you guys next go round. Hit that subscribe button, no, for real, and share this if you think it's helpful. I'll see you guys next go round. Ciao.